Ever heard the term love thy neighbor? I'm sure you've heard it. I've heard it growing up so often. God says love thy neighbor, but the question is, are you actually going out and are you actually loving your neighbor? We hear it so often in the New Testament narrative, but the coolest part ever is when Jesus Christ said it to his scribe himself in Mark 12:30. In Mark 12:30 it says that, and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength. The second is this: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. When I read this over and over again, I apply it to my life, it actually opens up new doors to me, because it's interesting. The further I thought that I was away from God, I actually judged people, but the closer I got to God and the more that I just seek the Holy Spirit and ask God to come into my life over and over and over again and got closer and closer and closer with Him, I actually start to love people more. It's weird. The further you get away from God, the more you judge, but the closer you actually get to God, you understand His commandments and you understand His word, and you actually desire to love one another. You actually desire to love people. I see it very often in church culture. People may not necessarily agree with somebody's lifestyle or with the things that they're doing, and they don't love that person. We sit back and we judge and we cast spiritual stones, as I say, or stones in our mind or something like that, but we never actually sit down and find out who a person is, where they come from, what they're doing, actually show the love of Jesus Christ. You think about that. So often people think that Christians are weird and that we sit around, we point judge, and we just take the Bible and we just sit around a bunch of rules all day and think about different ways to condemn people and talk about them, but that's not what Jesus did. You think about the famous story of Zacchaeus. When Jesus saw Zacchaeus in a sycamore tree, when he was entering his town, he told Zacchaeus to come down there. I'm going to eat with you. And Jesus actually sat and talked to Zacchaeus, and Zacchaeus gave it up all for Jesus. So let's do that. As followers of Jesus, let's go out and love thy neighbor and truly do it, and let's share the love of Jesus Christ with people, regardless of their circumstance, regardless of their lifestyle. Let's love them as a person. Stay encouraged. I love you guys.